So this is a common mistake that we see Muslims, Roman Catholics, Protestants, and even some Orthodox engage in, which is just the basic idea that there's a plain, simple meaning of all text, and that other traditions get, quote, too philosophical, and they don't stick to the plain perspicuity meaning of the text. But are texts perspicuous? Do they actually possess perspicacity? So a lot of times Protestants, and we notice the same thing with Muslims, it's the exact move that Jake did. They have a very naive epistemology and a naive linguistic theory or semiotic view that the texts just mean what they say and they say what they mean. And that typically goes along with word concept fallacy. People who have that one-dimensional view of language and text typically fall into the mistake, as I'm sure we're going to see Redeem Zoomer, of thinking that the word that's used always has the same meaning in the same context and the same reference. So for example, logos, as it's used by this is a common Roman Catholic word concept fallacy. Well, Marcus Aurelius says logos, John 1 says logos, so they mean and refer to the exact same thing. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Just because the word is used, we need to know the intentional context and the lexical context and the entire book's context, and perhaps even the entire religion's context. So you see that individual words are situated within broader context. The sentence, the paragraph, the chapter, the book as a whole, as in the case of the Bible, because it's books within books, and then the tradition as a whole, perhaps. So for example, I can't take a word that is exterior to the Orthodox tradition or to the biblical, find that word in, say, Greek philosophy or Platonism, and then interpret that word within the Christian context as having a one-to-one meaning with the Greek term. This happens a lot, for example, with nous. Well, the Greek philosophers use the word nous. When you Orthodox use it, that must mean the same thing. So it's just purely the intellect or some higher faculty of the intellect, according to, say, Greek philosophers. It's not what it means in Orthodox. It corresponds to the Hebrew idea of the heart, which is not the end. So you see that with whether it's nous or whether it's logos, these are just examples. But the same type of mistake can happen when we're looking at even English text or English word, like person. Does person mean just an individual nature? Does it mean something distinct from nature? How we understand person and nature, for example, will have tremendous implications on our view of the Trinity and our view of Christology.